Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're still on the POLITY, reaching you live from the nation's capital in Abuja. Before we went on a quick break, we're talking about entrepreneurship and the major effect it has on our Nigerian economy. Now, let's talk some politics. Today, we're talking about party politics and we're analyzing Kogi Guber polls. And of course, with me in the studio is Honorable Olariwaju Abodunde, a spokesperson, Kogi APC Governor. Welcome to the studio.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine.
And how is election season treating you?
Wonderful. Wonderful. It's interesting.
All right, that's nice. Let's just get into business straight. We have limited time, and now you were in PDP before. I'm sure our viewers are interested in what is going on in Kogi State generally, and especially since the election is coming up in a few months' time. And if I recall, you've been in PDP since 1999, correct?
Correct.
Now you've decamped to APC. Although most people expect that there will be lots of going back and forth. I mean, coming from camps to other camps. If you're not particularly comfortable with the way things are done in a particular party, you, of course, as a Nigerian citizen, you have the liberty to move from one party to another. But why did you decamp? Because we've heard a lot, and I like that it's coming from the horse's mouth now that yes, you've decamped to APC, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So why did you decamp?
Like you said, there's bound to be reasons to decamp.
Okay.
A number of reasons.
Okay.
I will mention but a few.
All right.
The PDP family, that is my family since 1999,
Okay.
had a lot of challenges as a result of the primary election that was held. Normally, you have a right to align and realign.
Okay.
The primary that threw up Senator Dino Melaye didn't go down well with a number of us.
Okay.
The things that happened, the charades that happened, the robbery that took place, and since we can't do anything about it, we retain the right to remain or to shift camp.
Okay.
It is on this basis that I chose to
decamp
to the APC.
Okay.
And see what, I can do better there.
Okay.
Express my political opinion and views. Perhaps the other camp will listen to.
We'll listen to you.
Yeah.
Okay, but then it looks like you and the PDP presidential candidate are in good terms. That's Atiku Abubakar.
The Atiku Abubakar's family is my family.
It's your family, okay?
Apart from being in politics.
Okay.
We've been family friends with my family.
Okay.
Since the days of Kaduna.
Okay.
So I had a personal relationship with Ms. Atiku.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it will interest you to know that Mrs. Atiku sponsored my younger sister in the university.
Oh.
Covenant University.
That's nice to know.
To pay somebody's school fees in Covenant University is not cheap. My younger sister happens to be one of the first set.
Okay.
Far back, year 2000, 2002. So I'm still very close to the family. I still love them. If they are running for election tomorrow, I will still be at the forefront.
All right. Don't you think that contradicts what APC stands for? Because now, of course, we have Atiku in court right now fighting for his mandate. Of course, and the PPC have the verdict from the tribunal says that Atiku they threw out most of what they submitted, of course, and still declared President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president. But now you are saying you are a family of Atiku.
Yes.
But then you are with the APC when it comes to the governorship election. How does that even tally? That's 1, 2. Rumor has it that you were giving money to, of course, the camp from PDP to APC. Is there any truth in that?
Well, number one, you see, there's nothing contradictory here. What we do in Nigeria now is politics of candidature.
Okay.
Who is the candidate of the party at this time? Something happened very interesting where I came from, this last presidential election. It will interest you.
Okay.
We unanimously voted for a House of Rep member.
Okay.
Who is a member of a party ADC.
Okay.
And he won. Against PDP, against APC, the established structures. As at that time, we wanted someone in the House of Rep And that is the man we want. So if he likes, let him go to Kowa party. Architect Salman will deliver him.
Okay.
You get what I'm talking about now? We had a lot of back and forth argument. How do you explain it? That, oh, this man, ADC, there's no any other ADC candidate except one in the House of Rep. They don't have senators. That does not matter to us. Architect Salman, we know. Architect Salman, we delivered. And I was in the PDP. And I worked together with members of APC to deliver Architect Salman, including members of SDP. Why? It is the candidature of Architect Salman that we went for. So there's nothing contradictory. If my party decide to bring, cook a food that is not sweet, I will not eat it.
Isn't that jumping from one party to another? I mean, I love to see the fact that Nigerian party politics is changing.
It's unique.
It's unique. This just started with this said election.
Exactly.
Because over time, you would never even see a PDP and an APC person sitting outside in public or shaking hands together.
Correct.
But then it looks like there's a change
this
now.
Presidential election, I will wear my Babariga of PDP, and my friends will wear their Babariga of APC, and we meet at the airport. And we hug each other, greet each other, discuss, because we saw our principal setting the precedent. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and my principal, Atiku Abubakar, met, and they were chatting. It was a new dawn. It was a new direction for the entire
politics. This is something that has been happening over time. It's not just now. Maybe now that the media...
We, the followers, decided now not to fight again, since our principals are not fighting. So, at Kogi state level, I have a stake, I have a choice, I have a vote at least, and I have a right to choose who and who my vote should go for. So, and that is the reason why the only way I can identify with them and let them know that I'm part of them is to decamp and join the new camp. And that is exactly what happened. Okay. So, coming to the issue of being given money, I think I will be happy if money is attached to my decamping, because the family where I belonged, the governorship candidate of that family, I've projected him since 2006. I came with a document as evidence.
Okay, can you show our viewers?
I will. They were to give the governor of Kogi State an award. An organization was to award them. Barrister Chief Shola Ojo, the secretary to the state government, was to be given an award. Major General David Jemi Bewon, retired, who is a military governor, a former minister of the Federal Republic, was to be given an award in 2006. The person who anchored the program, his name is Sunday Belu. He was the SSA to Honorable Duru Meseko, who was representing us at the Green Chamber then. Now, the likes of Senator Tunde Ogbeha, who had been military governor, a senator, who was part of that award. Her Excellency Haji Zainab Idris was part of, Okene local government chairman, Salihu Otari Ohai was to be given an award, Buba Marua, and the rest of them. I smuggled Senator Dino Melaye's name and picture into that award. If you go through this, you will see that his picture is the only odd picture there. He has not gone to House of Rep, he has not gone to anywhere.
So you're openly telling the general public now that you smuggled...
I smuggled his name into that arrangement. I went to him, collected his profile, sat down in Pacific Hotel in Lokoja to develop it, convinced my political leader, Honorable Sunday Bello, to allow his name feature in that award. I was not giving money that time. It's now that I'm giving money.
But what changed between then and now?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I haven't followed him since then till now. The biggest money that has crossed from him to me is 7,000 naira in 2019 in my senior brother's office in University of Abuja, where he wanted to go for governorship. I met him there and we discussed, and he gave me 7, and that was the biggest money. So if I'm a money monger, if I'm the type that they will give money, they would have known before now. So he gave me 7,000 naira. So maybe they offer me a bigger money. That's why I decided to decamp. Is there anything wrong about that?
So are you outrightly telling our viewers at home that you were offered money and you took it and that's why you decamped?
If they say so,
If they say so, we are asking you. We want an affirmation.
You are a journalist.
Yes or no?
You are a journalist.
Is it?
I want you to embark. I want you to embark on what they call investigative journalism.
I'm not going to investigate you.
And prove to me. And prove to me that I was given money.
I'm not.
Was it paid by transfer? Was it check? Was it cash? Then how much is the money in question?
Okay, I'm not insinuating that you were given money. But rumor has it.
Let me tell you, I was not given a dime.
Exactly. Yeah, that was.
As a matter of fact, so far so good. Everything I'm doing now for APC, I'm still spending my personal money.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is this: the issue of if somebody decamp, then they blackmail the person, cannot sell. It can't sell anymore. You know why? I am doing politics from a very point of convenience.
Okay.
I have always spent my money to promote a candidate I am interested in. I had a candidate that I was interested in for the State House of Assembly during this last election. He was not in APC, he was not in PDP, he was in SDP, for crying out loud. And I spent my money supporting him. So, if they like, let them say I was giving money. Some people have attacked me on social media that it was because what they promised me they didn't deliver, and they have given me a better promise there. I said, so what's wrong about that? If you promised me since 2006, I've been following you, and you have not delivered in 2023, and somebody promised me, and I believe the person will deliver, or the person seems to be genuine, and I decamp. Have I offended anybody?
Okay, so you're speaking about promises and of course fulfilling.
No, I'm saying that's what
people have said.
The attackers are saying on social media.
All right, they're just saying that politics is majorly a game of self-interest. Is it true?
Well, to a very large extent, madam, I don't believe it is true. It is not true.
Okay.
Because if you play politics based on interest, okay, that does not make it normal. That does not make it correct. That's what majority of politicians in Nigeria do anyway. They play politics based on interest. And that is what I'm talking about. That, look, where I came from, the region where I came from, we have never been governor before.
Okay.
Our people need to be sensitized. This politics of interest will not allow us to get governor. Yes. Because now, I'm supporting Adegberaman for another 8 years. And everybody is asking me, is it right for Governor Yahaya Adoza-Bello to produce another Egbera candidate to succeed him? And my response to my opponents is this: politics is not all about what is right and what is wrong. No, it is all about the available option. The only available option the Okun people have, if at all they have any collective interest to be governor someday, is to support this young man for the next 8 years. Then you lobby for power. But if we refuse to give him our support now, and he still wins, and you want to be part of the government, you want him to now relinquish power in 8 years' time, it will be difficult. Okay. So I passed by the training I have politically. You need to know who trained me politically. He has never decamped since 1999 today. He's still in the PDP. General David Jemi Bewon retired, the former Minister of Police Affairs. He will not jump camp. By the training given to me, politics is not to be played because of interest alone. As a matter of fact, a good leader is that leader that can sacrifice his own personal interest for the interest of his people. And that's why I'm saying, Senator Dino Melaye, please step down for Ododo. If truly you love the Okun nations, make friends with your friend, Governor Yahaya Adoza-Bello. He was your friend before. You marketed him to us before. He was good before. So what happened? You told us anybody who fights him is fighting God. And you are the one at the forefront of the fight now. And you want us to join you.
Is that why you left PDP?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Those attacking me that I left PDP, I'm challenging them now. The person, their principal, had left PDP before. So they said I'm not loyal. I said no problem, but my loyalty is still stronger than that of their principal. I've been in PDP since 1998. He had left long ago and came back. So I'm just going. So if my loyalty has been for how many years running? 23 years running. And the loyalty of their principal was not up to 23 years before it was broken. Then who is more loyal? So they should not preach loyalty to me in any way, in any form. So I've been loyal, I've been faithful to the party, I've taken risk, I've traveled in the night, I've traveled in the air, I've traveled on road, I've campaigned for the party vigorously. So if I say I'm aggrieved, I should be allowed to vent my grievances.
All right, I like where you came from. Your cap is, it's inscribed on your cap. I like our camera to show what's inscribed on your cap. Yes. Ododo is a winner.
Yes.
And that's the APC's governorship candidate for Kogi State. Were you there for the primaries? Were you with APC for the primaries?
I was not there for the primaries.
You were not there for the primaries. But rumor has it that there was no primary elections or APC primary no primary election took place with the APC for the Guber polls in Kogi State. Now you are coming out to refute the PDP governorship candidate, that's Senator Dino Melaye, where you of course know where how and where everything went down. Isn't that to what side by opposite what side by side?
Was there primary in PDP?
Well, we don't know. We're asking you questions now.
Okay, I'm putting it to you now that there was no primary in PDP.
Okay.
I will respond to the APC primary that I was not part of.
You're not part of it.
But let me first tell you the one that I'm part of, that produces my grievances that led to where we are now.
Okay.
Now, the primary of PDP was done in such a shabby manner that many of us does not feel comfortable being associated with that kind of material that was produced out of that so-called primary.
When you talk about material, you're talking about Senator Dino Melaye.
Exactly, the outcome, the product of that primary. Now, what happened? There was a congress. I was part of that congress.
Okay.
I traveled home for the congress.
Okay.
After the congress, a list emerged.
Okay.
Statutory delegates and all of those things emerged, who are to determine who bear the flag of the party. And 2 weeks to the election, which I still met Egbo in his house, and I was like, how is preparation for the primary? You know, 2 weeks to primary election, people are taking position who they are going to vote for and all of that. Good. All of a sudden, the list was changed. Like my principal, I'm not holding brief for him anyway. He's not even around. He didn't send me here. He didn't know I'm coming here. So I'm not holding his brief. But at his level, an 85-year-old man, his name was removed from the list. Those were people who brought PDP to our end and planted PDP there in 1999, beginning from 1998 Just Convention. The likes of the father of the former deputy governor, Yomi Awodiyi, SB Awodiyi, were those who brought PDP to our place. Now, the names of such a former minister in PDP, a former military governor in PDP, his name was brazenly removed from those who will even vote. You are calling that a primary? No, it's an association. The offices that were supposed to be held by election, they said they put caretaker committee, caretaker that is not known to the constitution of PDP. So what is going on there? The shenanigans is not a political party. So you rather move to a party where you didn't grow up with them and just shoot from wherever they started? The APC was said to have not had a primary. Was said to have not had a primary. Okay. That was what I heard in the news. Okay. But all of those who are aggrieved from the outcome of that primary went to court to challenge that primary in court. And that is the most civilized thing to do. If you are aggrieved, you do what? You go to court. The PDP owner would have gone to court. But I was not a participant. I don't have a local standing. The court will ask me what prejudice did I suffer. Okay. I pulled a call across to the person, one of the candidates who suffered prejudice in that election, Architect Yomi Awodiyi, who told me he was not going to court. That some lawyers already wanted to take up the assignment free of charge because of the merit of the case. But somebody advised him not to go to court. That if you go to court against your brother, if he's disqualified, they will say, oh, when Anokuma wanted to be governor, it was Yomi Awodiyi that did not allow you to fly. So that's why the court threw out smarter the so he did not go to court. Okay. That was why it looks as if they had a primary in PDP. It was all boju kind of arrangement. So now in APC they challenge this case in court, not one person, not two person, not three person, and court. If you say there was no primary, and the highest authority in the land said, from our findings, from the things they presented before us, we saw that there was a clear primary, and this is the winner that emerged from that primary. What again do you want? So my appeal to every aggrieved person from that APC primary is to rally around the person that the court has affirmed to be the flag bearer of APC.
Okay, speaking about affirming to APC, you're a rugged critic of APC one time, and
very rugged.
I like the fact that
very rugged.
And not just APC, you were an ardent critic of the present governor. That's Yahaya
Dozabi. Yes.
Now, what changed? What changed it's just 1 year between February and now. What has changed?
Critically looking at the man at a close range, I discovered that some of the things that fly around even about him were not correct. And it is not now that it changed. Let me tell you when it changed. There was a time he was having a colloquium for his birthday. There is this royal father that came, Oni of Ife,
yes,
to Kogi State.
To Kogi State.
I was not there. I was watching via the television.
Okay.
And there was this praise and accolade on him by the Oni of Ife. In fact, I took it up. If you are praising your friend like this, that they should even allow him to be president, then the governor was running around wanting to be president.
Yeah.
That tell your friend to toe the path of honor by making an Okuman, the Yoruba speaking part of Kogi State, which you are a Yoruba leader, to be governor, and the entire Yoruba nation in Nigeria will queue behind him to support him for his presidential ambition. I took it upon myself to put up a call to reach the Oni of Ife. So he was praising him and was mentioning his achievements. And it was at that time that my critics came down. You had a governor who, for the first time in the history of Kogi State, allowed his speaker, a Christian, his deputy governor, a Christian. He was so sensitive to the religious setting of Kogi State. Many of his commissioners that I know, the SSG, a woman, a Christian. All the local government deputy chairman, chairperson, women. Among the councillor, there is a slot allocated to women. Because they are the largest voter. They are the one who will queue 6-7 hours on the road. A man will go and buy a newspaper and come back later. They are finished voting, he will eventually vote. So his recognition for women, his recognition for youth, his government threw up a lot of people who became SA, commissioner, this and that, who are below his own age. There is nothing he ought to have done for the youth that he has not done. 2 university within 8 years, 1 in local land. I can continue to reel out his achievement. It was at that event that they now mentioned that if you want to know what Governor Yahaya Dozabilu has done in Kogi State, that there is a website called Kogipedia that you should check. You will see. So I took my time to go on that website to go and check the things he has done. Mind you, you see that government house. I grew up around there.
Okay. I
started going there in the deal of Paul Omerua, Afakri, all those military administrators. He was one who came and built a chapel. He is a Muslim. He's not a Christian.
Yeah.
But he was sensitive enough to know that if there is a mosque in government house, there should also be what? A church in government house, and built a church there. They brought a pastor to commission it. So when I now saw his achievements, I went to my principal. I said, Your Excellency, sir, the other day you told me you have a meeting with the governor in Kogi Lodge. I declined following you there because, like you said, I'm a frontliner critics of Governor Yahaya Dozabilu. I said, but today I stumbled on something on television, and I think I give it to the man. And that's one good thing you can't take away from me. The moment I have a better understanding of you, I will meet you yourself and tell you, oh, well, I'm sorry, this is my view about you before. This is what informs my view. And now, this is why I'm changing my position.
Your position.
Exactly. So I told my principal, Jerry retired. I said, Daddy, see what I saw today about the governor. He too was interested in hearing when I was reading out those achievements. He built 3 hospitals, 1 per senatorial district. So you can call him whatever name, you can criticize him like I was doing before, but to me, there are things you will do, you will win my heart. I cut cap for him. I respect him. I love him. I wish him well. I wish he could, push through and become the president of this nation to replicate some level of equity, fairness, and justice that he brought to bear on our state at the federal. Talking
about equity and fairness, well, there's been rumor that Kogi State governor has refused to pay salaries. How true is this?
The issue of salary has been one major, outburst against his government.
Okay.
I'm part of those who are chanting it if you check the 3 leading candidates now, the 2 other candidates, if there's anything they are using against this government now, their first statement is that I will pay salary in full.
No, it's not just pay salary in full, because funnily, what piqued my attention was I saw in a letter, but I don't know if we have it in our records there, 2,000, I think 143 naira that was paid as a monthly salary for someone. I mean, people go to work. How do you expect people to vote for this same party if you are owing a lot of salary? Before you would answer that question in one breath, what's your affiliation with one Mr. Opeyemi Bello? I'd like you to take those 2 questions together in one breath.
Opeyemi Bello is my brother.
Okay.
In fact, if I'm to describe him best, I would say that he is the last born of our house. Because in his mother's house, I eat, I drink, I sleep. His senior ones, we are together in Abuja here. Maybe only today now I've not been to his senior sister's house. Who will cook for me, who will eat. So he's my brother.
Okay. All right, now back to the salary issue.
The salary issue, my sister. Let me tell you, there's no governor who goes on the computer to pay the salary of his worker.
Okay.
There's a structure. There's a way things are run in the state. Governor Yaya Adosabilu will not pay anybody less than his salary. I don't agree with that. But what happened is this. Let me give you an insight into what happened. You see, in every government, there are sabotage. If 2 billion naira is to be released for salary, and the governor signed 2 billion naira, and you interview him the following day, that he did not pay salary, what do you expect him to tell you? That he has paid salary. But if the money now did not get to the civil servant who ought to get this money, please hold responsible other civil servants.
You hold other civil servants
who are responsible for the payment to get to the owner.
Who is going to hold the civil servants responsible? The governor?
If you bring your case and you prove it to him.
But the governor cannot say he's not aware that salaries have not been paid. Is he?
He has been hearing it.
He has been hearing it.
Yes.
And he has failed to do nothing about it.
How do you maybe?
Okay, all right. Now let's move away from that question. I'm still going to get back to
it. He has done a lot about it.
Okay, he has done a lot about it.
The way they cry about this salary issue is no longer the way they talk about it now. As a matter of fact, this salary issue you are bringing to me now, you know, is an old news.
It's not old.
The lot you are talking about, was it this year?
Yeah, it was not this year. The 2,000 naira salary is
just bringing it up.
But then has salary been paid?
Oh yes, up to date.
Up to date.
Oh yes.
In Kogi State.
Oh yes.
All right, we'll get back into that.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sure my producer
because I have civil servants also who affirm to me that their salary have been paid. How do you just uphold that?
All right, we'll get into that before we leave, of course. Now, what that same Opeyemi Bello that you said happens to, you would probably relate him as the last born of your family. I said you left the party because they didn't meet up to what they said they wanted to give you. That when they say they mean Dino Melai, of course. Okay. How true is that?
Was there a promise at all? That's what the first thing is. Was there a promise? Then what was the promise? Then why didn't they meet up? You know, there's a lot of questions to be answered.
Okay.
Was there a promise? Is it a one that you won't even see that will promise you? Somebody you didn't see. Somebody you will call, you won't pick your phone. It is when governorship election came now that Egbon started picking people's phone and started calling people all around because he wants to be governor. You don't wake up overnight to be governor. That's not how to be governor. You prepare your way to be governor. I know people that Egbon brought to this town, Abuja, 14 years ago, that they were living in his house, whose parents almost died for his sake. And I'm telling you, people whose parents serve as DG of his campaign, who has not gotten a job 14 years after they graduated from school, he brought them from village to Abuja. Are there been such people who are giving job? Today they would dole out 5 million naira to support Egbon. Or you're taking care of only your brothers, your sister, you are changing job for your sister, 3 jobs in a year, your sister is now in CBN. Let those his brothers and sisters go and bring the votes now. Which one is they promised me? So why didn't they deliver on their promise? So if I have tried you based on your promise. I trusted you, I believed you since 2006 to 2023, and the promise didn't come to pass. Then I should trust some other people, maybe their own promise will come to pass.
Okay. All right, let's just quickly wrap up because my producers are already on my neck. Do you think it's right for Governor Yaya Bello, I beg your pardon, to pick another Ibrahim man? I mean, there's always the issue of zoning, even in states. It's not just in Nigeria that the zoning thing happens, and some persons have said, oh, another Ibrahim man as your successor. Do you think that is proper?
What makes it wrong?
I'm asking you. I don't know if
the people who are governor before us, they were 16 years in office. If it is right for an Igala man to spend 16 years in office, it's also right for an Igala man to spend 16 years in office. If it is the turn of the Okun, it is also right for the Okun to spend 16 years in office. What makes it wrong? What makes it wrong? If 16 years is good for the East, it is also good for the Central. And that is what I'm telling our people, that in politics it's not about what is right and what is wrong.
It's about the available
option. What option do we have? We have the smallest vote in the state. 3 contestants are contesting from our end. So one from Honorable Leke Abejide is like two community away from one another. You have a candidate. You have a candidate in Aituru. You have another one, Brimo in Kaba.
Okay.
Nobody is stepping down for the other. Is that how to be governor? That's not how to win election now. So that was why I said they should step down. Let us give box support to the Ebira, such that they can't deny our support. So that after 8 years, they will now consider us for, but somebody was there for 16 years. And even before that 16 years, during the military, they were privileged to be military governors. Those people from the East. So, and now, somebody is now telling me, Igala agenda, what is it? No. And I said no. And I told my followers that, look, this Igala agenda, should we allow it to fly, they will continue to use it against us and continue to use it to oppress us. It's a tribalistic agenda, and no nation ever survive a tribalistic agenda or a religious agenda. So let us team up with the Egbira and deliver this man another 8 years. Then we can now lobby for power. That is my appeal to my people. So it's not about what is right and what is wrong, but I'm telling you categorically that if Governor Yaya Bello finds a successor who happens to be an Egbira man, we should be grateful to that man. I'm not playing politics. I don't flatter people. Those who know me for what I stand for. You get what I'm talking about? We should be grateful to him. He could have chosen even an Okuman Bo who is based in Canada to come and be our governor. There's nothing you will do about it. But he chose an insider, somebody who knows the problem of the government, who knows the challenges that are on ground, who has watched him being governor, who could learn from his own mistakes, who could also learn from his achievement, you understand? So if he's bequeathing to us an insider, and the governor, incoming governor, Alhaji Usman Ododo, the one that I met, I don't know, maybe, the one I met, no, he's a good listener, he's a gentleman. All
right, away from that, 2 things. I'd like you to take it in one break because we are wrapping up soon. You are a friend in SDP that has refused to dip camp with you, and then you have a godmother, one Mrs. Jemmy Benwo, who has rumor has it that she has, of course, disowned you because you moved away from that party. So take this 2 in one breath. Your friend refused to follow you to APC. Your godmother,
who is that, my friend, that refused to follow me?
One Mr. Benga, I can't remember.
Don't worry about Benga anyway is APC.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming. He's going to come. I can assure you, I can beat my chest on that.
Okay.
He has his grievances against APC.
Okay.
He was promised something. He was asked to step down for a candidate who was going for State House of Assembly, who was a lady who was working with the governor as SSA. And they said they will make him the SSA. He should step down for the lady. And he did step down in APC. He was taken to the wife of the governor. His name was taken and all that. And they did not give him. The lady won the primary and still enjoyed the office until the time she won her election and all of that. That is okay. You air your grievances. And I've taken this to the incoming governor. I've said it before the incoming governor. And this young man contested under SDP. He has a cloud. Please, let's bring him back home. He was the one drawing me to APC before this issue happened. So let's bring him back home. He's coming home. My mother disowning me, my father disowning me, they are not issues. My mother can't disown me. If those same people has not disowned Dino. It's me now. With all that he has done, is that how mothers disown? Of course she was angry. Of course she doesn't like the idea. Of course she was mad. You know how mothers do, but to disown. So if he disown me, he will now go and pick who now to be his son, to be his godson.
Okay, let's quickly wrap up. Let's quickly wrap up. Yes. I'd like you to just advise the three major parties, the three, that's SDP, PDP, and APC parties.
They will not listen.
But then,
when somebody wants to be governor, his mind is made up.
Okay.
And because of that personal interest of wanting to be governor,
okay,
they forget the collective interest.
Okay.
If I'm to advise the SDP candidates, I will tell him to step down. I know you will ask me why, and I'm prepared to tell you why. He was a member of APC at the national. He was member of National Working Committee of APC. He was part and parcel of Yaya Bello. See, you can't be part and parcel of a person and turn around to condemn him to me, and you expect me to believe you. I won't believe you.
But then you fell out with Dino Melaye and you're in APC now, so it's and
I'm part and parcel of Dino Melaye, right?
You're not part of Dino Melaye's campaign.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. But you guys are neighbor. I was still going to get into that, but then I don't think we even have
He's my brother.
Okay.
I'm not fighting him.
Okay.
I'm saying step down for Ododo in the interest of our people. Let governorship not elude us after 8 years. When they will ask us to produce governor in Kogi West, no Ebira man contested against us. Not one. Did you get what I'm telling you? Mm-hmm. There was a time Governor Ibrahim Idris Ibro asked us in Oko land to produce governor. One Ebira man did not contest it with us. So if they have done the first 8 years and they want to do a second 8 years, my advice is we team up with them so that tomorrow they will team up with us.
Okay.
Since we know that our votes individually cannot deliver governorship. Okay. So money is APC. He should step down. Do you know? He cannot win the election. Since the day he won the primary, people have been decamping and leaving the party in droves. I've never seen that kind of decamping, defection in my entire life. The campaign that I used to see, somebody will go here, another person will go here. No, people have been living in droves. People who formed the party before he came to take part of the party and benefited from the party. So so until he lost the election and come distance third, because he can't even come second. That time our eye will not clear. When we should team up together now and support this guy and negotiate, and if we have to write it as an agreement. In Imo State today, they have what they call Chatham House of Equity,
okay,
where power will rotate to the 3 senatorial zones. But Governor Hope told them something. He said, you must allow me to do my second term, but I will sign this agreement, but I will do my second time. After me, power will now shift. Because only one region has been producing governor in that place since. And it's part of the reason why the insecurity in that land became so bad.
So power is now signed in
power, yes, so that it will rotate. Let's do the same thing in Kogi. Let's not use our personal interest to destroy the entire state. If there's no state, you won't be fighting to be governor.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Honorable.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been an insightful one with you. I'm sure our viewers have learned a lot. I mean, you opened up lots of cans, and I wish we had more time to actually delve into the insecurity. And of course, I would have loved to talk about Natasha Poti and all the rest, but then time will not permit us.
No problem.
Maybe next time we'll have you on the program.
I will be here again.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm just a phone call away.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.